Welcome back, everybody. KickServeRadio.com, part of the Tennis Channel Podcast Network. And the show takes us out a ways. I'm going to go out to Arbroath, Scotland, where I'm going to chat with Mark Milne, who is the creator of 3030 Tennis. And many of you have heard about some of the different scoring formats that tennis has tried to introduce to speed up the game, to make it more fan-friendly, to be able to see more tennis. We've seen the fast four approach. We've seen no ad scoring in the doubles in particular with 10-point super tie breaks in lieu of third sets. And Mark has yet another alternative, which is a very interesting scoring system. First of all, Mark, welcome to KickServeRadio.com, and talk to us about where this idea came from and what you've done with it so far.
Hi, Andy. Yes, thanks very much for having me on and, giving me the opportunity to speak about 3030 Tennis. It's actually a very, very simple idea, and it's actually nothing new. It's an idea to speed up tennis, and it's an alternative format to really fast four and the use of the match tie breaks. All that's different is that instead of games starting at love all, you start games at 30 all. And the reason it's been called 3030 is if you write down 30 all as 30-30, when you read that out, it reads 3030. So it's been branded 3030 Tennis. I was looking for an option to play indoors for 1 hour and try and get a best of 3 sets match played. Now, that typically, if you're using traditional tennis, that's not going to happen. You'll run out of time. If you use fast four, we all know that that's playing sets to 4 games. You don't play any advantage points. You don't play any lets. There's a tie break at 3 all. I wasn't so keen on that. I just didn't feel it felt like tennis. So hence 3030 was born. The only other small changes are, obviously, if you start the game at 30 all, a game can be over in 2 points. If someone hits 2 big serves that are not returned, the game's over. So if you're changing ends as per normal traditional tennis, you end up changing ends too often and too quickly. So what I've done is to combat that is doubled it up. You still serve alternatively, but you play 2 games, change ends, and then you play 4 games, change ends, and so on till the end of the set. So you're actually changing ends after 2 games, 6 games, and 10 games. And what that does, it actually cuts down the number of change of ends during a set by a factor of 2. So that actually makes your time spent on court a bit more efficient as well. That's the 2 main differences. The last one is that if a set goes to 6 games all, rather than playing the traditional tie break to 7 points, the ITF now have in their Appendix 5, the alternative rules, the 9-point tie break. They call that the short set tie break. It's basically a best of 9 points. The first player to get to 5 points wins the tie break and wins the set. So at 6 games all, when you're playing a set of 3030 tennis, you play the short set tie break. So that's it in a nutshell.
All right, let me ask you this, Mark, because you're out there in Scotland, which means that you are pretty connected, at least to some extent, to the Murray family. I mean, that's obviously the first family of Scottish tennis. And the last time we got together when we talked, you did throw Judy Murray's name into the conversation. What has the feedback been from Judy and or Andy or Jamie Murray with regard to this scoring system?
Yeah, no, that's correct. When I came up with the idea, I thought, right, I really want to get somebody to try it. Who's the best person? And Judy Murray is obviously a big figure in Scottish tennis. So I managed to get in touch with her. So we had a few conversations. She told me that, obviously being a coach, she has used this format, but basically just for fun. The last 10 minutes of a coaching session or something, you can use it for fun. So she wished me good luck with it, basically, put me onto the ITF, and the programme has grown from then. So initial chat with Judy Murray, contacted Jamie Murray. I'm sure Andy Murray will know of it, basically. I've been contacting everybody and anybody, letting them know about this format. But as of yet, no, they're being very non-committal, basically, at the moment.
The scoring system is 30-30 Tennis. The creator is Mark Milne. It's an alternative scoring system to maintain the integrity of traditional scoring in tennis, but to speed the matches up, to create more big points. I've got to believe that hitting that first serve at 30 all in a game, you want to win that first point. So, Mark, I love the idea. I wish you luck with it. And before I let you go, on the day that we're recording this, you are extremely excited about the day that UK professional tennis has had, because as we speak, Daniel Evans, who's one of the top players from the UK, has just pulled off an amazing upset in Monte Carlo by taking out the world number one Novak Djokovic. Talk a little bit about how excited you are about that result.
It's a fantastic result for Dan Evans. I was watching it on the Amazon Prime channel this afternoon. He probably played the best match of his life today. And one amazing statistic was that he is only the second British player to have beaten a world number one on clay ever. I can't remember who said the other player was, but yeah, Djokovic is obviously number one. Evans is British. It's on clay. It's the most fantastic result for Dan Evans. He is knuckled down and is a very, very talented player. He is English and I'm Scottish, but when we speak about tennis, it's UK. Andy Murray, Scottish, but he is UK. He's a great British player. We compete as Great Britain in tennis. So yeah, very, very excited and fantastic for Dan Evans. Brilliant.
Well, your performance today on our show, Mark, was also top-notch, and I want to thank you for all that you're doing for the sport of tennis. I want to thank you for bringing just a brilliant Scottish accent to our show, because it always adds a little bit to the festivities to be able to talk to people from all over the world, and this has been a real treat for us. So thank you very much, and the best of luck to you with 30-30 Tennis.
Yeah, fantastic, Andy. Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
All right, thanks so much, Mark. We appreciate it.